Okay. Hi. I'm sorry, am I blocking something? RC from the Mountaintop Joiner Shop here. I don't know how to tell you this, but I am not a successful furniture maker. Let me explain. Over the years of posting my woodworking / furniture making adventures on social media, all the while being what I thought was pretty forthright about my struggles financially, I've nevertheless been asked for advice on how to become a successful furniture designer and maker. And my knee-jerk reaction to that has always been, I don't know, what are you asking me that for? What they probably should have been asking me is, what observations have you made in your career that you'd like to warn other aspiring furniture designers and makers about? Now that I can help you with. I currently have just shy of 30,000 followers on Instagram, and it's for this reason that people mistakenly believe I'm just rolling in it. So they come to me, of all people, asking for business advice. But, true story, likes and follows on Instagram don't pay the bills, nor do they make someone a good businessman. YouTube at least has the potential to help a little, so pretty please, like and subscribe if you haven't already. That said, my engagement with the woodworking community on Instagram has led me to an observation that makes me a little less discouraged, albeit in a discouraged kind of way. You see, the vast majority of my following on Instagram isn't potential clients, but other woodworkers, which has made me realize a couple of things. One is that there are a lot of woodworkers out there, like bazillions of woodworkers, and by and large, they're an understanding and supportive lot. I mean, sure, there's always that belligerent snob who has to tell everybody they're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. I'm a master craftsman, and if you don't do this exactly and only the way I always do it, then you're doing a disservice to the craft. If you've ever said something like this online, my advice to you is to take a long walk off a short pier, and then take that phone in your hand and shove it up your... Oh, and by the way, f*** you, and the horse you rode in on, you insufferable pompous son of a... Most woodworkers aren't like that. They're actually pretty cool. But you know what else they aren't? Relying on this as a sole source of income. In fact, I very well am able to count all the people who do so without running out of fingers. People who actually are successful at this, as I see it, seem to have certain things in common, and they fall into one of maybe 3 categories. One strategy that seems to work is to somehow become known for producing a certain style of furniture at a high level, like way up here. And then you'll become the guy or gal to go to whenever someone wants that style. Brian Brace has become the arts and crafts guy. Daryl Pert made a career being the green and green guy. Christian Bexford is undoubtedly the shaker guy. Doucette and Wolf crank out top-notch Queen Anne stuff. And if you want a desk that if you rotate a certain column counterclockwise and then press a hidden button over here, a freaking sword pops out of it, then Craig Thibodeau is your guy. Exactly how someone gets to be that well known for an existing style is a bit of a mystery to me, but I'm guessing it's some combination of talent, hard work, persistence, good self-promotion, and definitely good luck. If they were to miss out on any of those traits, it probably wouldn't have happened for them the way that it did. Another strategy I see, albeit among more general woodworkers more so than strictly furniture makers, is to find a niche that works for you and occupy it. Stephen A. Parker at SAP Fine Furniture has found himself a niche building super nice pistol cases, among other things. And an old friend of mine from back in high school, he started a side hustle making custom wooden flags and emblems, and his business has grown remarkably fast. A third approach that seems to work, albeit much more rarely, is developing unique and appealing design style that's instantly recognizable as yours and milk it for all it's worth. As someone who prides himself on his creativity as a designer, I've been working that angle to little effect, unfortunately. Perhaps the style I've been developing just isn't as appealing to others as it is to me. Or perhaps I haven't been discovered by the right people yet. It's all yet to be determined, I guess, because I'm sure as hell not stopping. I'm simply having way too much fun. More on that later. So what else helps? I used to work in the cycling industry, and there was a joke in private bike shops, and it was something like, how do you make $1 million selling bikes? And the answer was to start with $2 million. Starting a woodworking business with next to no capital and next to no tools like I did isn't ideal at all. This means I've had to put most of the money I've earned over the course of my career back into my shop. And I've built up a pretty capable collection of hand tools and a few choice machines, but doing it that way has taken up over a decade of what could have been wages to pay myself with. So maybe, I don't know, go be a doctor or a lawyer first. Or marry well. I've often said that behind every successful furniture maker is a very patient, very supportive spouse with a good job. If it weren't for my wife, I probably wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you right now. In fact, there's a good chance I wouldn't even be woodworking. She's definitely the best thing that ever happened to me. So, there's that. So if building a successful career as a furniture designer / maker feels a little bit like climbing Mount Impossible. It kind of is. But maybe the problem here is the way we're defining success in the first place. The conventional definition of career success is making money, boatloads of money. Sold to the man in the red, white, blue suit. But unsurprisingly, if you let go of that notion and dare to redefine what success is, you might come out looking pretty good. What if you defined success as not getting rich and famous for your work, but making your passion for woodworking pay for itself? Now that actually seemed pretty achievable. What if all your goal is to fill your house with furniture and handcrafted items of your own making? That's rad. I say do it. What if making things in your shop is a welcome break from the rigors of a more conventional, not to mention more lucrative career doing something else? Totally get that. And what if you're just doing it for fun? I mean, fun is its own reward. Fair enough. All these motivations and more are a perfectly legitimate measure of success if that's what you're actually trying to get out of this. And whatever you're trying to get out of this craft, I hope you get it. Making complex creative ideas come into being is one of the things that makes us uniquely human, and it gives our lives meaning. And that, more than anything else I've blabbered about in this video, is worth aspiring to. Thanks for watching. Now, if you like what you saw here, please hit like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. Also hit the little bell icon if you want to be notified anytime I release a new video. And if you didn't like what you saw here, keep it to yourself, pal. Or watch one of my other videos. You might like one of those. Thank you for watching.